Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Yesterday I went to B&M and I purchased a random selection of things, and today I'm going to share with you what those things were. So I did go in for some things that I actually needed. Coke, which by the way was a pretty good deal. I think it was £4 for a pack of 10. Which was pretty good. It was definitely cheaper to buy this than Pepsi, which I would never buy because it is not the same. And also dishwasher tablets, which again, I did successfully purchase. So these things were normal. Then I spotted these. This is Lee's favourite canned drink. He's not really into like pop and stuff. I cannot get enough Diet Coke. But he really likes this, and it's usually quite expensive. I would say this is like £4.50 or something in Tesco. This was £2.50, so I got 2 of these. And they had a few different flavours. I don't know what is the deciding factor as to what makes it into B&M. You know, like sometimes you'll find something like that that's, why is it here and why is it cheap? I don't know. And then I went into the garden centre, which is always dangerous. I did buy something that I don't have with me right now. It's still in the car. Compost. This is gonna stay in my car until I can park in the driveway and get it easier to the garage, because I'm not doing 3 trips to take this into the garden from where I park my car. My boot basically always looks like this. There's always something in my boot that I'm meaning to take into the house and haven't. And there is a chance that underneath that compost is other stuff that I've forgotten about. I know at very least there's another one of these. So I got some allium bulbs. I think I planted some allium seeds last year, but I like just scattered them. I didn't plant them properly, so nothing ever came to be. This year I want to plant some in an actual pot that I'm going to see and really maintain, because I want to see whether or not I can grow these. I think they're the most beautiful. They just kind of come up on really long stalks and then they're just this spray of purple. I think they're so gorgeous. Also, since we're in the garden centre region, I thought I would also show you some of the stuff I got from Tesco and Morrison's while I'm here in the past week. I got a hornbeam outdoor native tree. So I really want to grow some trees on the perimeter of the garden, because I want to, I'm talking like decades down the line and we may not even be here anymore, but I do want to start something that could become a more mature garden for this house, even if I don't end up being able to actually benefit from it. Because I think when you are in a new build, everyone's so overlooked that it's important to try and grow some kind of privacy, hedging or trees or whatever. So I've bought that. I don't even know how big this can grow. Oh, 25 meters, and it can spread by 2, so job done. I'm sure it will be tiny by the time we leave this house, but I bought this. There are also some other trees I'll show you in a second. I also got some butterfly attracting garden, some seed. I'm going to put that out the front. I've got some bedding plants in there at the moment that need to be dug out because some of them are just dead. They're not perennial. They just need to be either tilled into the soil or gotten rid of completely. And I thought I would just throw down some like wildflower seeds, and it would just be an interesting situation in the front. It would also be nice to have the butterflies out the front as well as the back. I've got a massive lavender hedge almost right out of the front of our kitchen window, and that attracts loads of bees. So it just kind of is all much of a muchness, but I thought this was nice. These were 2 for £5. So I also got some peony. I'm guessing that these are going to be bulbs, but some peonies. I'm going to have a go at growing some peonies. I was also trying to pick something that I could plant quite soon, and the planting time for these are February to April. And then I got a selection of these, which I had quite good success with last year. One of the things I bought, possibly from Poundland, that came like this. So it's like, let me show you. It looks like this. It's like a bare root plant. It's already started off for you, and you get a more mature plant a little quicker. So this is Japonica, which I like. I do have this in the garden already. I also got, come on then, Syringa vulgaris, which I thought looked nice. My whole thing is like pinks and purples and blues. And then I got Climbing Rose Parade. I've read so many articles and watched so many videos about how difficult roses are to grow. That has not been my experience. I got some bare root roses from Morrison's, I think, last year, and I left them outside. I didn't plant them for ages. It snowed. They were in the cellophane. They were like this in the cellophane. I just left them on the side outside for like maybe a month before I did anything with them at all. They grew like weeds. It was crazy. So I thought I would try another, and I'm gonna attempt to get this to climb up something. Not sure what yet. The really exciting thing I got from B&M were these. I've got some trees. Now, this is the cheapest way that you can buy a tree of any kind, but especially a fruit tree. Again, they're bare root, which just means it's not in a pot. It's just a root that's been wrapped up in cellophane. And when it comes to actually planting it, you just need to open this up, separate it very, very gently, sometimes not even necessary, and then you can get that in the ground. One thing that I did here recently was, if you are going to plant it somewhere, if you've got an area of the garden you want to put a tree, especially, in there, and you want it to spread, you want to fill it in with the same soil, at least up to the roots. Fill it in with the same soil that it's going to be surrounded by. Don't fill it in with brand new soil, because the roots will only go as far as the nicest soil, and then it will recognize not to go any further and not to spread any further out. So it will only get so big. That was a really handy tip. So when I come to plant these, I'm going to dig a hole and then fill it back in with everything that I can, as much as I can from the hole that I've dug. And then I can fill it up with fresh compost. Compost? I don't know. So I got an apple tree. These were £6. And I bought 2 just because they were such a good price. But they were £6. And then when I actually checked out, they were 2 for 10. How crazy is that? So I got green apples because green apples are my favourite. And cherry, which I don't like, but Lee does. And I thought this would probably be pretty. Plus, fruit trees have really nice blossoms. So I'm really excited to plant those and see how they do this year. And the last 2 things that I got this. It was on sale. It was actually £20, I want to say. Nest of tables, because I really needed another table for my side of the, has everybody got a side of the sofa? My side of the sofa in the living room, but I wanted it to be a nest so that I can have something on there and I can just pull out the other one, because our sofa is so deep. It's like so here to here, it's like so deep that if I put a little side table next to it, you can't even see it. It's like, and if I'm on the edge, I want something that I can bring around to the front so that I can more easily actually access it to put my coffee on or whatever. So that is why I got that. It's not my favourite. I don't love the design on here. I don't love that necessarily. I think there must be a glass top on there as well. We'll see when I open it up. But it's going to serve its purpose. And also for the living room, and also in the sale, this was 8 from 15. Every time I buy a blanket, someone steals it, usually the dog, but sometimes the children. And this felt like the perfect colour. I love like rusts. It's all kind of neutral or natural wood tones, black, like an olivey green in there, and rust colours. It's kind of like a 70s living room. So this is absolutely perfect. And I'm going to go and put it in there, and Manny is immediately going to fall asleep on it. And that is my random B&M haul. I did tell you, and it's garden heavy. I can't wait for the slightly warmer weather so I can get out and do things. I've already got plans for some kind of winter, early spring planting. I'm going to use some old milk jugs. I might share some stuff about that on this channel if you would be interested. I learned a lot last year. I was a brand new novice gardener last year, and I learned so much that this year I'm really excited to go at it again with a little bit more information and a little bit of experience under my belt. So yeah, let me know if you'd be interested in me sharing some stuff about that if you are vaguely interested in gardening. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!